There's another look outside over Discovery Green. That's our Avenida Houston camp, folks. Welcome back to Houston Life. So this foot and ankle clinic does something so special. They offer home visits for the elderly and for people who just can't get out the door and make it to a clinic.
I think this is so amazing. Joining us now is Dr. Marcin Vaclaw, with foot and ankle specialist of the Woodlands. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
We were talking before the show, and I was just telling you how much I really love this concept. Of course, you guys have offices, you have a clinic where people can go in if you can get there. But if you can't, you go old-fashioned doctor way and do the house call.
Yeah, so something our office does that's a little bit different is that we travel all over North Houston. There's 5 of us that go out and do these visits. And we go out and take care of people in their home. It's kind of a nice, unique experience for us.
And as Jennifer mentioned, you do have an office where people can come in. So a few days a week you're there. But people can literally get care 6 days per week. And when you say North Houston, tell us what the actual borders are, because you have a huge coverage area.
Yeah, so again, we're a group of doctors, but we cover anything as far east as Lake Houston, as far west out as Katy and Cypress, north almost up to Huntsville, Willis, Conroe area, and then everything in between, down here along I-10, right here in the middle of Houston, and everything kind of in between all those areas.
That is a huge coverage area. So what are some things, say, when you're going in to do one of the house calls, what are some things that you would be looking for?
So the first thing we do is we go and we evaluate their feet and their ankles. We check for problems that they may have. A lot of these people have a harder time getting to their feet. They have a hard time looking at their feet. And some of them don't have the family members that might be around to help them with those things. So we give them a thorough examination, and then any pathologies that we find. Some of these patients have ulcers. Some of them have really bad fungal toenail infections that we can deal with, corns, calluses, and sometimes it's simply going and making sure that their feet are okay, that there's no problems.
Isn't your feet health like, the rest of your body? That, it's so important and so critical.
I mean, I would think so. I might be a little bit biased, but I would think so, yeah.
But also, when it comes to affecting mobility issues, some people, their issues go far beyond aches and pains. These are actually serious mobility issues that don't go away on their own.
Right, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of the patients do become kind of chronic patients that we see for chronic illnesses. But yeah, when your feet hurt, it's kind of like having bad tires on a Lamborghini. It doesn't matter how good of a car it is. If the tires are bad, it's not going anywhere. And we're the same. It doesn't matter how healthy we are. If our feet are bad and we're not able to get up and walk around, then you need help.
Can we talk about fungus really quickly, too? I know you mentioned this. It is fascinating to me. We had such a good chat before the show. So, toenail fungus is something that a lot of people...
His face lights up when you start talking about fungus.
When is the breaking... If you have to use a chainsaw to clip your toenails, is that the point where people would call you?
You've seen Dumb and Dumber, where they get out the Dremel thing. And
but seriously, this is something that affects a lot of people.
A lot of people. And it can be very, very bad fungal infected nails, where the nails are very, very thick, very hard, very long. Some patients don't have the dexterity in their hands. They had a hip replacement. They can't get down to their feet. So there's a lot of factors that keep them from caring for their feet. But toenail fungus is something that we see a lot of. If you look at your family members' feet, especially in the older population, you'll find that it's a lot more rampant than you may realize.
And we are joking about it and making faces, but honestly, it affects so many people. There's no reason to be ashamed.
And it doesn't just affect guys; it also affects women too.
Absolutely. And we see that the good thing is we get to see these patients in their home. So versus coming into the office, which may be a little bit difficult for them to handle, us being in their homes, they're more comfortable. They can share things a little bit more freely.
Totally.
And it really does create a nice little environment for us to communicate with.
I would much rather have you come to my home and look at my... can you imagine showing me the office? I'm here for my toe fungal issue.
Gotta do it, though.
That's right. Yeah, we have a great time doing it. We get to have a better interaction with the patients, see them with their family members, see pictures of them when they were younger, see the people that they've grown up with. So it's a unique experience for us as doctors, and it's a unique experience for the patients to have the doctors come to their home.
What kind of things do you see with the ankle? Is it more mobility things that you're seeing in that area?
Yeah, big thing with the ankle is arthritis. A lot of patients that we see in their home have a lot of arthritic pains. Yeah. We treat a lot of plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, and all the other ailments that you would see in the foot and ankle. Most of that's handled in our office, which is central up in the Woodlands. Going out to the home, we tend to see more. To be honest, we see more of the toenails. A lot more of the elderly patients that can't trim their toenails. They have the real bad fungal infections. infections or they have corns and calluses, and so we tend to see more of those pathologies in the home.
What about diabetic foot care?
Diabetics are the leading population that have a lot of these foot issues. A lot of them have nerve issues where they don't have sensation in their feet. They don't feel how bad their feet really are. And then diabetics are also susceptible to certain infections like fungus. And so a lot of diabetics and also just the geriatric population are prone to those things.
Well, I think it's such a cool service that you offer. You have a special offer for Houston Life viewers, right?
Yeah, so anybody that's watching, anyone that's interested maybe for themselves or for family members can contact our office. They can contact our office. We'll give them a free consultation over the phone to see if they qualify for one of these home visits.
And you mentioned before the show, you work with people on their insurance. Your office takes care of that, so they're not going to be sitting on the phone for hours trying to sort this out.
Exactly, and that's one of the best things about this is this service is covered by insurance. It's not something that's not a cash pay offer that we have. It's covered by insurance.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in. I want to make sure that folks know how to get in touch with you. We've got it up on your screen right there. You can either go to the website. It is fasthewoodlands.com, or the number to call it to see if you qualify or a family member qualifies. It's 281-909-7722. Thank you so much for coming in. I think it's a wonderful thing that you're doing for our
Dr. Vaclaw.
geriatric population and anybody else who has feet issues.
I'll call you next time I need fungus removal. All right, folks. Earlier on the show, we promised you a watermelon-inspired dessert. So